Woo! What's going on, guys? Owens Forum coming at you guys again with another video. And today, man, is I'm gonna do the video. I'm gonna do the aftermath. I couldn't get the video out on Monday. I know it's Wednesday, and I'm really sorry for that, guys. I just couldn't get the video out. But this is the aftermath for Week 13. Detroit Lions going up to New Orleans, playing them. Lions winning this ball game 33-28. Lions moving up to 9-3, first place. And then the New Orleans Saints fall into 5-7, third place in the NFC South. The Lions, man, they came out real hot, man, and they hold on to the victory. Came out with 21 points right away. But let's get down to the injuries. We did lose center Frank Ragnow with a knee injury. He left the game. It looked serious. I think he's day-to-day now, though. And I don't think it's as bad as was first expected. It looked pretty bad because he was walking pretty gingerly on that knee, but it just adds to the injuries he already has with his toe, and I think he was dealing with a back injury as well or something like that. Frank Ragnow, but yeah, we did call up another center. I can't remember his name. Sorry, guys, real bad with that today. But we did sign a couple guys. We've made a couple moves on the roster actually, and then we lost defensive tackle Orlean McNeil with a foot ankle. I think it's I believe it was an ankle or a knee sprain, and he was in and out of that game, and he ended up now going on IR, so he's going to miss 4 weeks. We signed Tyson Alualua, I think his name, Tyson Alualu. And former first-round pick. He's 36 years old. I might even do a video on him. I haven't done any homework on him, but this is a huge loss, guys. Losing Orlean McNeil, and it's probably arguably our second best D lineman on the team. Some would even say he's probably been the better defensive lineman than Aiden Hutchinson this year. He leads the team in sacks with 5, and a bunch of pressures, not as much as Hutch, but this is a big loss. Other than that, no one else but the Saints. Old lineman Andrews Pete, he had a hand injury. He did return, and then defensive tackle Malcolm Reach got hurt too as well. So everybody came out pretty unscathed on here, but we had the significant injury with Orlean McNeil. Now the stats, we do the home team, we do the road team first. Quarterback Jared Goff was 16-25 for 213 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 picks. He sacked once, 64% completion percentage. He looked good really early, and they threw him for the 2 touchdowns, secured the ball, didn't give up any turnovers, which was huge. Rushing the ball, running back Jahmyr Gibbs, the rookie, that was 8 for 60. He has 7.5 yards per rush. Running back David Montgomery had 18 carries for 56 yards and a touchdown. He was 3.1 yards per carry. And then wide receiver Jamison Williams had 1 carry for 19 yards on a really nice trickery. So trickery there with a touchdown, Superman touchdown, 19 yards. A rush, only rushed once. Super fast, man. He just looked so fast on that play. It was incredible. And the receiving, tight end Sam Laporta had a monster day. 9 catches, 140 yards, touchdown, 15.6 yards per reception on 9 targets. Caught all his targets. He was the go-to guy on this day. Wide receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown only had 2 catches for 49 yards, but a touchdown, 24.5 yards a catch. He did have 6 targets though, but they blanketed Amon-Ra St. Brown pretty good. Wide receiver Josh Reynolds had 1 catch for 12 yards on 12 yards a carry, 12 yards a catch, 3 targets. And then wide receiver Jamison Williams only had 1 catch for 11 yards. 11 yards per reception and 1 target. You got to get this guy some more targets, JMO. He had 2 touches in the whole game. One of the touches was a touchdown, but you got to get him the ball a little bit more. And then kicking Patterson, he was perfect. He was 2 for 2 on field goals and hit 3 extra points. Hit a 32 long. And then defense, safety Tracy Walker had 7 tackles. Linebacker Jack Campbell had a pretty really good day. The rookie out of Iowa, 8 tackles. Playing a different spot. Had the green dot in the back of the helmet. He was playing in place of, at least the green helmet for Alex Anzalone. Cornerback Jerry Jacobs had 6 tackles. Safety Kirby Joseph had 5 tackles. Linebacker Derek Barnes had a total of 9 tackles. Cornerback Brian Branch, the rookie, had 7 tackles and a pick on a really nice concentration pick. A ball that went through the hands of Juwan Johnson, though. But it was a great awareness pick of Brian Branch. he just reached over and grabbed it. It was almost like it was kind of reminiscent of Kansas City Chiefs interception right through the hands of a receiver, right into his hands. But he had to make a play on it. So good awareness where the football is for Brian Branch. D lineman Josh Pascal had 3 tackles and a fumble recovery. Defensive end Romeo Aquara had 2 tackles and a sack. And then defensive end Bruce Irvin had 1 tackle, 1 sack. He had a big late penalty though. He had a big late penalty on Derek Carr. It was a quarterback hit, and the hit was clean. The hit was clean, but then he drove him into the ground, landed on top of him. Being an old school guy, I hate this penalty, but it is a penalty. Unfortunately, it is, and he took Derek Carr out of the game. It was a big quarterback hit. I don't think he did it intentionally. The guy just came off the couch. He's probably fired up. I don't think he meant to maim Derek Carr, but he had all kinds of problems: ribs, head, shoulder, because of that hit apparently. So he was out of the game. Jameis Winston came in. Now for the Saints offense, quarterback Derek Carr, he was having a pretty decent day, I thought. 17 for 22, 77% completion percentage. He wasn't missing a lot of throws. 226 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, 2 sacks, and yeah, he didn't look too bad. It looked like they were gonna, possibly come back on us too, but it never happened after he got out of the game. And then quarterback Jameis Winston came in. He was 2 for 5 for 41 yards, 40% completion percentage. Missed a couple throws on that last drive that maybe could have got them into scoring position for the Saints. And then quarterback tight end kind of Taysom Hill as well. He was 0 for 2. He had 2 attempted passes. He's more of a runner, I think. Kind of reminds me of a Tim Tebow type guy. But he was a guy that I was a little bit worried about, and he did score, though. But rushing the ball, quarterback tight end, like I said, Taysom Hill was 13 for 59, running the ball. 1 touchdown, 4.5 yards a carry. I thought they were going to use him a little bit more. I think they should have, but it is gimmicky. And then running back Alvin Kamara was 14 for 51 yards, 2 touchdowns, 3.6 yards a carry. And then running back Jamal Williams was only 5 carries for 10 yards on only 2 yards a carry. So we held them in check mostly. They did score, though. They did score on us, 3 touchdowns on the ground. They did score. They did rush for over 100-something yards, though. So, it needs to be a little bit better than that. But other than that, yeah. But they did score 3 touchdowns. Receiving-wise, wide receiver Chris Olave did scare us. He was a guy I was worried about. He had a big day. Five catches for 119 yards, 23.8 yards a catch, 8 targets. Running back Alvin Kamara was 6 catches for 58 yards, 9.7 yards per catch, 8 targets. Wide receiver A.T. Perry, the rookie, 1 for 30, 30 yards a catch for the 1 catch, 3 targets. Tight end Foster Moreau was 2 catches for 28 yards on 14 yards a catch, 2 targets. Tight end Taysom Hill caught 2 balls as well, the all-purpose guy. 2 catches for 15, 7.5 yards a catch, 2 targets. And tight end Jimmy Graham had 1 catch for 6 yards on a red zone touchdown, 6 yards a catch, 1 target. And then defense, cornerback Paulson Adebo had 8 tackles. Linebacker Nefi Sewell had 8 tackles. Linebacker Demario Davis had 4. DB Jordan Howden had 4 tackles. Defensive tackle Nathan Shepard had 5 tackles. And then linebacker Zach Bond had 1 tackle, 1 sack. He did get by Penei Sewell. Dipped right under Penei Sewell, man. But other than that, Sewell was awesome. Yeah, this was a weird game, guys. We came out of the gate, scored 21 points in like 7-8 minutes. It was absolutely ridiculous. Then we kind of went into a lull. We kind of like coasted. We made it interesting. The defense kind of broke down. The defense broke down here and there. They ended up scoring a couple touchdowns, making it close. And then we finally scored a little bit later on in the game. We had I think it was a fumble. We didn't cause the fumble. It was Derek Carr was doing it. Derek Carr was doing an exchange. He was trying to get the ball to his running back, and he hit his guard on the back or the butt, and the ball came out. And Pascal jumped on it. It was either Pascal or Tracy Walker. But yeah, it was just a strange game. Up 21-0 right off the bat. I was thinking this team's we're gonna put 40. We're gonna put 40-50 on the board. But we kind of went into a lull. We let them get back in the game. Defense, Carr started sharpening up. He started going to Olave a little bit more. Um, whenever Taysom Hill came in, it was strange. The atmosphere in that stadium, they were booing Carr. They were booing Carr, and they would go crazy for Taysom Hill when he came in at quarterback. They obviously don't like Carr in New Orleans. And even when Jameis Winston came in, there was a loud roar, like they were happy to see him. So it was just like a strange game, man. But they made it interesting. Lions made it interesting. They didn't have their best game at first. It looked like it was going to be, Then they got those those three quick touchdowns, which was great. The defense kind of held up for the first quarter. They could see that they were going to have, or hope that they were going to have, a big day. It just never really happened. They let them come back in the game. The Detroit Lions let the Saints get back in the game, and that's all you can really say. That's all you can really say. People want to like it's hard to talk about, because it's not hard to talk about, but I mean, it's like people want to just blame Aaron Glenn, right? And I should be doing this. I should be doing a separate video on this. I think I'm going to, but let me just kind of touch on it really quick. We don't really have the personnel. And I'm not completely excluding Aaron Glenn here. I'm not excluding him whatsoever. But we can't just put it all on him. We can't just put it all on Aaron Glenn. Players have to take some responsibility as well. And this fan base loves to just blame coaches. Strange. They don't like to put a lot of blame on the players around here, which to me is a little bit bizarre. I just think it's a little bit bizarre. We don't have a pass rush, guys, and we don't have a true secondary. This secondary isn't that good. Let's be clear about that. You don't have a lot to build on here in the secondary. You got Brian Branch, but I'm probably going a little too far, because I want to talk about this in a whole separate video. But I just want to let it be known that it's just not Aaron Glenn's fault. Now, he's got some responsibility. Obviously, it's his defense. He's stubborn. He's not quick on the adjustments, it seems like. So it's not all just the players. It's for sure on coaching as well. But people point the fingers too much at players, I think, around here. I mean, not coaches, in this fan base. I don't know how it is with other fan bases, but I just noticed that everybody blames the coaching here. There's a lot more to it, in my opinion, and I'll try to get to it in another video. But this is a game that we won, guys. We're 9-3, 33-28. Couple injuries, Ragnow, hopefully he's okay. We'll know a little bit more this week to see if he practices. By Thursday we'll get a little bit better feel. But he's a guy that has vet rest all the time, so it's going to be interesting. Liam McNeil, I think, hurt the big time. Obviously, he was like our second best, or even best D lineman at the time. So this hurts big time. They did sign Tyson Alualu, and we'll see more about that too. But won the game, 9-3. Up next at Chicago. We go up to Chicago and play at Soldier Field, whatever. 1 p.m. game this Sunday. So this is a big game, guys. We'd love to go 10-3. Love to get the magic number, I think, is right now is 3. So we need to win to down that number, and let's get a couple losses from like Minnesota, Green Bay, and that number even goes down even more. So that's the magic number, guys. 3. We haven't been talked about that in years. It feels like a long time. So that's it, guys. Big win for the Lions. Came out hot, kind of coasted, got the big touchdown, and went up again by 2 scores, and held on for dear life at the end there. So that's it, guys. Thanks a lot for the video. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button on the bottom right. Don't forget the notification bell up top. Don't forget to like, comment, share this video out. Appreciate it, guys. Sorry about the delay. Sorry that it took a couple days to get this done. Been kind of going through some stuff. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Bye.